Alright, hello everybody, this is Zaxter99. Alright, so if you just watched my video or you tried to watch my live stream, I was trying to live stream Dead by Daylight through the middle of the night, another late night stream. And early on, we had some internet problems. I've been having some internet issues the past week. And I decided to go reset my modem and router. And when I did, I came back to the game. And this is what I saw on my screen right here. So it said, basically the lost connection or something like that on the screen. When I went back into my survivors to play a game, I saw this error popping up, possible loss of progress, and all my characters were level 1. It did another rank reset on me, and everything was gone. And I have a video about that and what happened with that. I was like, it was just like a huge feeling of loss. And I'm like, okay, well, I never backed up my save data because I know that I have my Steam cloud like enabled. So I figured everything would be backed up on the Steam cloud, but that is not the case. Steam cloud backups are not going to work with Dead by Daylight from everything that I found out by researching this now. What happened essentially is, when I reset my modem or when I had internet issues or whatever, the Steam backup basically saved nothing or saved an empty file over my legit game save files that had all my perks and all my levels and my prestige and everything. So that got wiped out when I had internet issues with basically nothing. And that's why I lost everything. So in this situation, guys, if this happens to you and you haven't backed up your data, what's going to happen if you reach out to Dead by Daylight devs as far as what happened with me? They're going to be the response. So what happened is I gave them a message here on July 28th at 5:53 their time in the morning. And I basically gave them, screenshots of my lost data, gave them screenshots of my Dead by Daylight user ID. On the Steam forums, you'll find one of the administrators, Morph, has a post that if you lose your data, please send, the information to deadbydaylight@bhavr.com. They want to have a link to your Steam profile. Okay. They want to make sure that your profile is not set to private. They want to make sure it's set to public so they can see it. They want a screenshot of your user ID, your ID information inside Dead by Daylight found under the settings. And then they want, I think that's about all they need. And they need to know the problem, what happened, that kind of thing. So I sent them an email at 5:53 a.m. giving them all their information. 6 minutes later, guys, I got an email back. And this is what, 6 minutes later, after I sent them a message, this almost looks like an automated response. I don't think there's a person's name here, but I'm not going to show that just because I want to protect their identity or whatever. But I don't even think this is a live person. I think this is an automated response. 6 minutes later. Thanks for writing in. We know this must be frustrating for you, and we appreciate your patience with us. We can restore a generous sum of blood points to your account to compensate for your lost progress. To do this, I'll need 2 things from you. He's asking for information that I just provided to them in my first message. I've already given them this in my first message. Additionally, please make sure you close your game. We'll be crediting your account directly with blood points, and it's possible this may not go through if you have the game running while these blood points are being credited. Please refrain from opening the game for at least 24 hours after you receive word that the blood points have been awarded. So basically, it almost sounds like an automated response that, they're going to credit my account with millions of blood points for this issue. They're not going to try to back up anything. They're not going to try to restore anything because it's not stored on their end. This information is not stored on, they don't have no record of your perks, your legacy, anything. So they're not going to be able to restore my legacy information that I got by, prestiging before November of 2016. That is lost. There's nothing they're going to be able to do about it. All they're going to do is compensate you by giving you millions of blood points, and you can go in and, re-level up. That did not make me happy. So what I'm going to do in this video, guys, is I'm going to show you guys how to restore your information. If you use MLGA or if you've backed up your save data, then you're in luck. You're going to be able to restore it really easy. I'm also going to show you in this video how to back up your save data from time to time so that you don't have this happen to you. All right, guys, first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your computer icon. If you don't have an icon on your desktop, you're going to go down to Start. This is on Windows 7, so different versions of Windows, it might be a little bit different, but you're basically going to go to your computer. Whether you have to go to Start or whether you have an icon doesn't matter. You're going to bring up your computer. Now, this is just extra hard drives that I have here. My main drive is my C drive. And my main drive is also where I have Dead by Daylight installed. So I'm going to click on my C drive now. If you have Dead by Daylight installed on a different drive, you're going to want to obviously go to a different drive, whatever drive Dead by Daylight's installed on. If you don't know what hard drive your Dead by Daylight program is installed on, go to your Steam, go to your library, go to your Dead by Daylight under your library, right click on it, go to Properties, go to Local Files, and once you see Local Files, it'll tell you how much space is being used by Dead by Daylight and what drive your Dead by Daylight is installed on. Alright, so once we know what drive our Dead by Daylight is installed on, for most people it's going to be drive C. You're going to go ahead and double click that. Alright guys, so once we know what hard drive our Dead by Daylight is installed on, for most people it's going to be drive C. You're going to go ahead and double click that. Here you're going to go down to Program Files. Okay, so it's going to, you want Program Files times 86 and not the just basic program files. You want the times 86 one. Double click that. Here you're going to go down to your Steam folder. Once you go to your Steam folder, guys, you're going to come down here. You're going to look for the folder that says User Data. Go ahead and double click that. And then you're going to see a bunch of different information here. Okay, so which one of these is you? Well, for most people, it's probably just going to be one folder. But if you have multiple people in your house and multiple Steam accounts that have been played on your computer, you're going to have several folders just like this. So if you don't know which user ID is you, go ahead and bring up your internet, guys. Go ahead in your Google search or right in the browser, you can just go ahead and put in Steam ID. All right, you should be able to just go ahead and click Steam ID Finder. Once you go to Steam ID Finder, you're just going to go ahead and enter your Steam ID, whatever that is. If you don't know your Steam ID, you can copy and paste the URL to your Steam profile and put that in there. It's going to look it up. It can't find it. Okay, if you can't find your Steam ID, like if you have like a reserved symbol like I do in my profile or something like that, or this website's not working for you, just go ahead and go back. I would go to like this one, look up Steam ID IO. This is the one that worked for me. Here, you're going to go ahead and, again, put in your user ID. And again, invalid input. All right, guys, so let's just go ahead and come here. Let's go ahead and copy and paste my URL from my profile. What I've done here is I've went up here to my username in the top right. I've clicked on it. I've went to View Profile. And here I see my profile. So from right here, just go ahead and right click, copy page URL. We're going to go ahead and delete this. For most people, it's probably not going to be this complicated. But if it is, just copy and paste the URL into one of these websites. And what you're looking for right here is your Steam ID 3. You want this number right here, U1, and whatever this number is for you. Okay? So for here, you see the 931 number is mine. So here, go ahead and double click that folder. Then what you're looking for is the folder that relates to Dead by Daylight. This is going to be the same for everybody. And you can see I have a lot of Steam games installed on my computer, so I have a lot of different folders. If you only have a few programs, you're not going to have nearly this many folders installed. But the Dead by Daylight folder is 381210. Again, the same for everybody. Go ahead and double click that one. Then you're going to go ahead and open this remote folder here. Okay? And then you're going to go ahead and open the profile saves. This is where all your data is saved. Your legacy information, your perks, your levels, everything is stored right here on your computer. Go ahead and open that up. And this is the folder you want right here. It's probably going to be the most recent date. Unless your file's been corrupted or erased or something like that. Whatever the most recent date is here for you is going to be your save data. Now, if you have something happen like with me and you had an internet outage or something like that, and you have the cloud enabled, what might have happened is it might have saved over your actual save files. It might have saved in basically a nothing file, and that might be if you're experiencing a data reset or all your levels lost or whatever. What might be happening is it saved nothing over your actual game folder, your game save. So if you had your game save lost, this is going to be a bad file, and you're going to want to try to replace this. If you don't have a backup, if you don't use MLGA, if you haven't saved any backup, you're going to want to reach out to Dead by Daylight, their web address, and I'll have that down in the links below. And you can email them, and they will compensate you with blood points. And it'll probably take them a few days to get back to you. Anyway, this is the folder this is the file you want to go ahead and back up. What you can do to be safe is you can just come back here and you can just back up this whole folder. So you can just right click on this profile saves, copy it, and then paste it wherever. You can just, what I would do is just copy and paste it. If you play Dead by Daylight a lot, just copy and paste this whole thing over here to your desktop somewhere. And then if you want to drag it to your documents or, wherever, a flash drive, wherever you want to save that, there you go. Now you have a backup. Wherever you put this, that is your backup. So guys, if you have backed up once you've backed up your save data, your profile saves folder, if you ever have a data reset, if you ever lose all your data, all you need to do is come back to the same folder. Come under your ID, your Steam ID, find that again at the website like I showed you. You're going to come under the 381210 folder. In that ID, you're going to come into your remote, just as we showed you, 381210. So again, let's go ahead and go back real quick. We come into our hard drive. We come into program files times 86. We look for Steam. We come to Steam. We come to user data. We look for our profile number, our user ID number, as we got from the website here, right here. We look for our Steam ID 3. Find that. Open that folder, and then we're looking for the folder 381210 right here. Open the remote folder, the profile saves. This is what you want to back up. So now we want to come in and we want to drop in. Let's pretend we've lost all our data. We just want to go ahead and back it up with whatever we've saved, whenever we've last saved it. Come back in here with our save file and then drop it over. It's going to say, do you want to merge this folder, or it might come up with this window? Hit yes. Right here, what you want is move and replace. You want this first option to move and replace that folder. Okay. There is already a file with this name in this location. You're going to hit move and replace again, and it's going to save it. Now notice we don't have a copy anymore over here. We're going to go ahead and want to recopy that and save it in a safe place. Paste. All right. So now let's go ahead and say that you've lost all your data and you didn't have this backup. You don't have this, but you do use MLGA. All right, so let's go ahead and keep this folder open, guys. We have this open right here. Let's come back to our computer folder, and what we need to do is we need to look for our MLGA backup. So if you use MLGA, the last time you used MLGA, it's going to have backed up all your saved data for you. Thank God for MLGA, right? So to get to our MLGA, we're going to come into our C drive. We're going to go into users. We're going to go into whatever your computer name is, whatever, if you have multiple users on your account, mom, dad, sister, boyfriend, whatever, and you're going to go into whatever your username is on your computer. So here for me, that's Zach's Gamer. All right, guys, so once you come into your username on your computer under C drive, users, whatever your username is on your computer, you're going to look for the app data folder. If you don't have an app data folder, then it means you haven't authorized that on your computer. So real easy fix on Windows 7. Again, if you don't have Windows 7, you don't know how to get open your app data, just please Google it, because I only use Windows 7. So just Google it. How do I get my app data folder on Windows 10, for example? Just Google it. So if you're using Windows 7 like me, all you need to do is come up here to organize. open that up, you're going to come down to folder and search options. Again, this is if you don't have your app data folder, if you don't have that showing. Under your folder options window that's going to pop up here, you're going to go to view. And then under hidden files and folders, you want to go ahead and make sure this is on, it'll probably be on don't show hidden files. You want to make sure you click, it'll probably be up there. You want to go ahead and click show hidden files and folders and then hit apply. Okay. So once you do that, you're suddenly going to see your app data folder appear. If it doesn't appear, go ahead and right click on this somewhere and hit refresh. Okay. And then your app data folder should show up. Go ahead and click that. Then from here, we're going to go into our roaming folder. And then we're going to look for our MLGA. So look for the MLGA folder. Here, we're going to go to our backup. Don't worry about legacy. If you have legacy, it's all stored on your backup. So don't worry about that folder. So go ahead and go into your backup folder. And then here, we're again looking for that same ID number that we have for Steam. So whatever our Steam ID is, which we already saw over here was the 931 for me. Go ahead and come over here into your Steam ID folder. And we are going to see here lots of different Pro FJCE files. Probably what you want to do is go ahead and look for the one that doesn't have like numbers in front of it, because that's just a copy. So just go ahead and look for the last one that's not a copy. So you see here my most recent one that's not like a 1 or a 2 before it is like today at 4:30 a.m. So go ahead and right click on that and copy it. Okay, now we've copied this file. We're going to come back over here under the profile saves folder, guys, and we're going to go ahead and just paste this in. And we're going to do the copy and replace right here. Okay, now we've copied and replaced it. Now we're going to go ahead and launch Dead by Daylight. Once we launch Dead by Daylight, we should see that all our legacy information, all our levels, everything that we lost has been restored. And we don't have to reach out to Dead by Daylight developers and have them just compensate us with millions of blood points. Any legacy information, anything like that is all stored on that file. And that's all you really need to back up as well, is that one file. But if you just want to make it easy on yourself and just back up the whole profile saves folder, you can do that as well. Hopefully this video helps somebody out. If you have any questions, please ask down below. If I don't help you, hopefully somebody can. But hopefully this video is, a video that can help some people out, so they're not having to wait on the developers to compensate them with blood points, and so that you don't lose any kind of legacy information or anything like that, and you don't have to reset everything. Thanks so much for watching. I hope I've helped somebody out. If so, please give me a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Let me know this video has helped you. I would certainly appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. You guys have a good one. Have fun in Dead by Daylight, everybody. Take care.